weighed him down and he could not stay on course, and the bird fell in a field. The bird just knew that he was going to freeze to death and die, and was shivering almost to the point where he couldn't shiver anymore. But because he fell in a field where cows had been grazing, along came a cow. And the cow had been grazing all day long, and now he had to go to the bathroom. And the cow did number 2. Heavy duty, not light duty. Right on top of the bird. It smelled awful and nasty, and the bird started to get sick, but then realized that the cow's mess was nice and warm and his wings were starting to thaw out. And he nestled down and got a good night's sleep. Kind of like it is around here when we have bad storms. The next day, the golden sun decorated a clear blue sky, and there was no evidence that there had been a snowstorm. And as the little bird woke up, getting ready to continue his journey, along came a cat. The cat scooped up the bird, put it in a jacuzzi so that the bird could scrub up and get cleaned up really well. Got some worms for the bird to eat so that the bird could be nourished. And just as the bird was getting ready to go, the cat killed the bird and ate it. My daddy looked at me and said, "Son, do you get it?" And I responded like you are now. He said, here's the moral of the story. Everybody in life who craps on you is not necessarily your enemy. And everybody who pulls you out of crap ain't necessarily your friend. Now, I've been dealing with that statement and that reality as it relates to human behavior and people. And I tell you, it's hard sometimes to determine who's friend or foe. But I think I got something that can help us to be able to navigate life's challenges, because you need to understand what your life as it interacts with other people looks like. Let me show it to you. In life, there will be people who like you. That's the top left-hand corner. And they like you for the right reasons. We call them allies. There are people who will like you, or who will not like you rather, but they won't like you, again, for the right reasons. That's top right. We call them critics. There are people who will like you, but it's for the wrong reasons. We call them flatterers. And then there are people who don't like you, and they don't like you for the wrong reasons. We call them distractors. Now, what's an ally? An ally is a person who likes you for the right reasons. Their positive regard for you is based on a genuine understanding and appreciation for your values, your actions, and your character. They support you because they believe in your mission, your principles, and the contributions that you make. They are your allies. Y'all with me? Critics are those people who don't like you, but they don't like you for the right reasons. Their negative feelings or opposition against you is based on legitimate concerns, informed opinions, or valid disagreements with your actions, decisions, or values. Now, critics can provide feedback to the extent that they can help you grow and improve. In other words, they're the ones who you may feel like are crapping on you, but they're really trying to call out the greatness in you. They're not trying to be your friend. They're trying to help you improve. Y'all with me? Flatterers are those individuals who like you, but they like you for the wrong reasons. Their positive regard for you is often based on superficial or self-serving motives. Translation, they want to use you. They might be seeking a favor. They might be looking for personal gain. And so the way to you is to flatter you. They may overlook or ignore your flaws, your weaknesses, but offer praise that's not really sincere or exaggerated. You got to be aware of the flattery folk that's in your life. And then lastly, there are distractors. Those are people who don't like you, but they don't like you for the wrong reasons. These are individuals with negative feelings or opposition towards you based on, now watch this, misunderstanding, misinformation, I might add to that disinformation, prejudice, or any other irrational factor rather than a legitimate grievance or informed opinion. Distractors often spread negativity without sound basis, and their criticisms are typically unfounded and unfair. Y'all with me? Now, that's a fancier way of saying everybody who craps on you ain't necessarily your enemy, and everybody who pulls you out is not necessarily your friend. Now, the question that we have for ourselves as men and women of faith, as children of the Most High God, as those whom God has called to be influencers, to make a difference, to be change agents in the world, what is our response knowing that all of our interactions is going to involve one of these kind of people? Real simple, and we see it right here in this text. That leads me to the first point. Embrace humility. Embrace humility. That's our response. Being humble means that you're not gifted. Being humble doesn't mean that you're wise. Being humble doesn't mean that you don't have a whole bunch of. Being humble means that you think less about self in exchange for looking to